Hello and welcome everybody to episode number 32 in season 2 of TMGeek. We are in the
Woo!
TMGeek championship match. Tonight we
Yes!
have Joe Hot Fuzz Farrelly taking on Robert Ghost Castner. Joe looking to defend his title once more. I am your host, Kevin, the Philosopher Poss, and joining me on the desk once more, glad to have you back, Sleepless, Meg Ryan. How are you, Meg?
I'm good. Glad to be back. And this is so exciting getting to be here for a championship match. I mean, these two are powerhouses, and I am so excited to get to watch them play some trivia because this is going to be crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. I love these 5-round matches, the deep cuts, the Revenge of the Wheel round, adding those two in, and the just the accumulation of points. Every championship match has been a great one so far. So I don't want to say who's your pick, but I'll ask, what do you see happening in this match? What are your thoughts?
I think it really could go either way. I mean, Joe has been defending this title. I think, this is his second or third defense. So he's done a great job hanging on to this, and he could keep it going and stay on this championship streak. But also, Robert is really, really scary. I've seen him play some really tough matches where the things that he's able to pull out, I'm like, how does he even retain this sort of knowledge? So I am super excited because this could be all sorts of different ways.
Absolutely, yeah. When you got two guys like this that are just walking encyclopedias, it's even hard to write questions. You just kind of like, you just assume they know everything, and you just throw questions in there and hope that one misses, and we don't go to an eternal sudden death. But anyway,
of course,
we'll go ahead and bring in each competitor and manager. We'll start out with the champion himself. He is 6-0 with 4 TKOs. And he is accompanied today by Alex Martinez Coronado. He is Joe Hot Fuzz Farrelly. How's it going, fellas?
Not too bad, not too bad. Getting more used to these 5-round matches as the years go by, as the few years have gone by since I started this. I agree with everything that's just been said. I think in our last time we played each other in the Opening Night Trivia League title match, Robert referred to himself as an underdog, but I don't think he is. I mean, some people's minds, I might be the favorite because I'm the champion, but Robert's no underdog. He has been playing immensely well. The last match I was there, I was on the desk for it, and it was a remarkable performance. And I was glad I was there. And it might have only been 2 days before it dropped, but those 2 days could have just come in handy. I've changed the way I study, not greatly, just splitting that mixed bag, study guide up, comic book, graphic novels, superhero, sci-fi, just break it up a little bit so I get more of the questions, just little things like that. Deep cut movies, I preferred the last couple of selections, but that being said, I think I spotted them. I think I spotted where they're going to come from, but we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to this. Very glad to have Alex here. See what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll go to Alex. Alex, I know you are an excellent mouthpiece. So your opponent, or not your opponent, your what do you call him? Your client. Your client.
Sure, my client at
your
this
player.
moment in time. My player. Monday morning for me, 4 a.m. I received a message from Joe Farrelly. He doesn't message me often, so I figured it was important. And he asked me, would you like to manage me in the title match? And I'll be honest, I woke up this morning an hour and a half away from home. I am on a work trip. I left that location to come here because the TMGeek champion asked me to be here. That's true facts, true story. Kevin, you know this. We talked about it. I was going to drop out of the tournament because of this work trip. I'm away from home because Joe Farrelly wanted me here. And so I'm here. And I'm here not just because I love a good front row seat. I genuinely do. I love a good front row seat to an amazing matchup. But I'm here because more than anything in the world, I love being right. At the end of, what was it, last season, I said that the foreseeable future of TMGeek was going to be Joe Farrelly, was going to be David Garcia, was going to be perhaps Robert Castner. Now, he's proven me right. I'm 100%. The evil eye continues to be working. But the cost of winning your matches eventually becomes too high. In his last match in sudden death, Robert Castner beat one of the certified best in the world, David Garcia.
For sure.
I wasn't there. I don't know if I had been, anything would have been different. I don't know. I genuinely don't. But he's run out of people. There's nowhere else to go. And in this division, heck, in all of the divisions that Geek is even mentioned, there is one final boss, and that is Joe Farrelly. I don't know when it was that Robert Castner became my problem to deal with, became my problem to figure out. But ever since that happened, every time that I've been there, Robert Castner has fallen. I like being right. So more than anything, I am here today to enjoy this cookie that says, "Enjoy this cookie, King," and to once again put down Robert Castner.
All right.
Well, I just want to point out in my defense that when I sent that message, it was probably like midday. But
right.
4:10 my time. 4:10 my time.
Yeah. Those messages do come in early over here on stateside. But fair enough. Great speaking there, Alex. I love it. And we look forward to having you play the match, Joe, and we'll see you later, Alex. We'll drop you both to the back as we bring forth your competitor, the challenger for the match. He is 4-1 with 3 technical knockouts. He is accompanied tonight by Anthony Tisdale. He is Robert Ghost Castner. How's it going, fellas?
Anthony, how far did you travel for me today?
There's like 2 flights of stairs in my house that I came down after getting this shirt to make it here today. 2 flights. Two flights.
Oh my!
That's a pretty big trip.
Plus a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, my hamstrings are hurting.
No doubt.
Much respect. So, Robert, how are you feeling coming into your first TMGeek championship match? And how have you been studying coming into it?
So here we are again. It's Joe and I. I think this is, I want to say like time 6 this year across various things. He's won some. I've won a couple. We're going back and forth, except for in this current realm, in the geek realm. I have yet beat one Joe Farrelly in the realm of geek. Gotten close. Been very close multiple times. Haven't done it yet. So that either means one of 2 things. I'm due, or I'm never gonna be due. And I prefer to listen to the pointer finger as opposed to the middle finger. Because the middle finger, and I don't want to do it, I got close. The middle finger is a sign that tells me I should go F off when it's by itself.
Fair.
You know, maybe you're going to be giving that middle finger to somebody else by the end of the night.
That's fair. In an aggressive tone, I could definitely do so. In terms of studying, by the way, I had a very important match earlier this week, which took a bit of attention. So for the last few days, I've been focusing mostly on the deep cuts and refining the things that I consider my strengths for the hope that I will have a chance to use those. And if I don't, well, then it'll be a crapshoot. But for me, it'll be everybody who's watching. It'll be an entertaining crapshoot, and that's important.
There you go. All right, Anthony, anything for your client?
I mean, I've been here behind Robert on so many of these matches. Watched him just crush it in Geek, crush him in Fandom, anything that requires, and singles, every single thing possible. He told me, hey, I'm in this Geek Championship. Can you be here? And I said, I'm at home. Sure, this is easy for me. Not a problem. But I've seen him play. He knows what he knows. He knows a ton. Like, no, just Joe Farrelly is very good. Everyone knows he's very good. But there's a reason that Robert's here. It's because he plays incredibly well. Let's be honest. This championship is probably going to be these two for quite a while. And it's probably, I'm thinking it's going to be, Robert gets a win here, holds it for a little bit, then maybe Joe sees him again. Who knows? But I know he knows his stuff. I know he studies really hard. We talk about it a lot, and I know he tries his absolute best. I'm a little jealous about Alex's cookie. That's probably the only thing at this moment that I'm jealous of. I'm not jealous about the drive and the fact he's on the work trip. Today is my Saturday. This is great. This is easy for me. I have tomorrow off. But, Robert, I know you know all your stuff. I know you're going to do great. Good luck to Joe, but
I'm now officially jealous of both managers. But Meg, any questions for Robert or Anthony?
Yeah, well, Robert, you had said you've been focusing on the deep cuts. Was there anything in particular going into this as a championship match that you really were looking at? Or since you play across so many divisions, are you like new format, new day? That's just kind of how you roll.
That's exactly how I feel, Meg. As I've said, leading into the epilogue with my match against David, I am a hypocrite to myself. When I see people struggle in 5-round matches, I say, well, they're not used to 5-round matches. And when I struggle in 5-round matches, I'm like, what's wrong with you, you idiot? It's just 2 more rounds. What do you have to worry about? You've done this. And just to be clear, I don't have a cool message that says something, but I do have this pack of gum that says Trident. How about that?
Peppermint, too.
Peppermint as well. Look at that message. I got all kinds of stuff with words on it that I could put on the screen, but I'm not going to because we don't got that kind of time.
That is correct. All right, fair enough. We will drop Anthony to the back. We'll see you very soon, sir, and bring your opponent, Joe Farrelly, the champion, in. And I will read you some rules for this 5-round matchup. All right, so guys, 5 rounds to the championship, 50+ points possible in this match. Get 3 repeats and 1 challenge per competitor. Please keep your hands on screen throughout the match. 1 verbal warning will be given if necessary. Speak loudly and write legibly as possible. In round 1, you can get 10 points possible plus a perfect round bonus. In round 2, you can get 10 points possible plus any steal opportunities. In round 3, that will be the deep cut round. You can earn 10 points possible. In round 4, you can earn 10 points possible in the Revenge of the Wheel round. And in round 5, you can earn 10 points possible in our question by number round, which are normal round 3. So I'll break those down a little more in depth as we go. So we'll start with round 1. You can earn 10 plus points possible in 10 random geek questions that Meg and I will alternate giving you. Each question will be worth 1 point. A perfect round 10 for 10 does trigger a bonus question. Mr. Farrelly knows very well. He has had a couple of those perfect first rounds. Please do keep your hands up. 3 repeats, 1 challenge per competitor. This will be a whiteboard round. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and let me know now. Joe, do you have any questions?
Nope, have a new board.
Oh, nice. I like the board.
Very well decorated.
I'm a big sticker guy. Robert,
if I get half of the PPE points per round, that's 25, and that's good for a 3-round match. So that's cool.
That would be great. That'd be great.
Absolutely loving the optimism.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't buy it.
As usual, I will take the even numbered questions, and I will allow Meg to take the odd numbered questions. So good luck.
I am the odd one, so.
I wouldn't say that, but I'll pass it on over to Meg. Good luck, fellas, and we will get this started.
All right. So our first question of this match comes in the category of Star Trek. In Star Trek Generations, Jean-Luc Picard finds out that his brother and nephew died in what way?
Both quick to the board on the first question. That's always a good sign.
Yeah.
Way to start off a championship.
I expect nothing less from these two.
Absolutely. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down.
All right, and we'll start with Joe
Fire.
and Robert.
I won't call him this ever, even if there's a fire.
Both of them got it right.
They did.
Were died in a fire.
All right, great job. As we move across the galaxy to Star Wars. All right, your question in the realm of Star Wars. In what Star Wars film will you find the quote, "The Force can have a strong influence on the weak-minded"?
Starting off with two of what I think are the hardest categories because they're so deep.
They are very deep. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pins down. And we'll start with Robert.
Is that A New Hope?
And Joe.
Star Wars: A New Hope.
That is correct. 2 for 2.
Both of them, yeah. All right, and so category 3 is in the realm of DC. In V for Vendetta, who plays talk show host Gordon Dietrich? I love the random DC movies, the ones that I forget are DC.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
The wife and I watched A History of Violence, and she was surprised when I told her this is a DC movie.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down.
All right, starting with Joe.
That would be The National Treasure, Stephen Fry.
And Robert.
Just don't. He doesn't do well against dragons. Stephen Fry.
Both of them got it. And Stephen Fry might be Joe's national treasure, but most of us are in America here. So our national treasure is Nick Cage.
That is absolutely the case. Yes.
All right. Speaking of, we move to the Wizarding World. In the Philosopher's Stone, what is the password to the Gryffindor Common Room? Also known as the Sorcerer's Stone here in the States. But I figure since the champ is British, I will acquiesce to the champion. 5.
It's appreciated and noted.
3, 2, 1. Thank you. And pins down, and we'll go to Robert.
I remember this from watching a Harry Potter Wizarding World deep cut match. Caput Draconis.
All right, and Joe.
Caput Draconis.
Those are both correct. All right.
Yes. Both of them starting out the deep cuts before we even get to the deep cut round.
Yeah, really.
All right, our next category is in the realm of Marvel. In 2005's Fantastic Four, what is the name of Ben Grimm's fiance that flees and leaves him after seeing his new rock-based body?
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down.
And starting with Joe.
My head began with an L, so I went Laura.
And then Robert.
Is it Teresa?
First miss for both of them. It's Debbie.
No, it didn't begin with an L.
Debbie.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
I nearly wrote Alicia first, but I realized why that was wrong.
No perfect rounds today, but that is all right. Plenty of points still left to get in this match. As we move to category number 6, we're just over the halfway point in round 1, and we move to the DCEU. Your question: in Birds of Prey, what is the full civilian name of Black Canary, portrayed by Journey Smollett-Bell?
You're not going to say the full name of the movie? You don't want to have to say that every time you ask a question?
Birds of Prey, and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
I once asked for a repeat just to write the whole thing.
Wow. That's the flexiest flex ever heard.
Right there. 5, 4.
It may have been in a training match.
1.
Oh, okay.
That is very fair. All right, we'll go to Robert.
Dinah Lance.
And Joe.
Dinah Lance.
Dinah Lance is correct.
Yes.
Back on track.
All right. Our next question is in the category of adventure fantasy. In what year was Legend released into theaters? It's a good thing the only other Birds of Prey is a TV show, or you would have to say the full name every
Yeah, this
time.
is true. You're right. That would be brutal. I probably would never write
Sometimes you just throw the year in front just to make it easier.
Yeah.
There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down.
All right. Starting with Joe
1985.
and Robert.
I was thinking of the wrong movie. I said 88.
Joe got it right. It is 85. So we now have our first lead of the match with Joe taking 1 point over Robert, but it is still really early. So there is no way that this is settling anything as we go forward.
Oh, no. Lots of game to play as we move to category number 8, which is Middle Earth. Middle Earth. In The Return of the King, what character kills the Witch King of Angmar? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. And we'll start with Robert.
I am no man. Eowyn.
Joe.
She's no man. Eowyn. Stole my line, god damn it.
Correct. I know Robert stole your. I could tell you wanted to say it. Eowyn is indeed correct. And
it was an evens question. I go first. Sorry.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
That's fair. All right.
All right. And our penultimate question. I love getting odds because I always get to say it's the penultimate question in round 1. Is in the category of MCU. In Iron Man 3, what is the name of the little boy Tony befriends while stranded?
Caught the last half an hour of this on TV the other night, and I literally wrote like 6 new questions that I didn't have in my study guide.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Tisdale putting up big numbers in the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down.
All right. Starting with Joe.
Harley.
And Robert.
Because I wanted to flex Harley Keener.
Nice.
Good job. You both got it. We didn't specify we needed the full name, so we accept just Harley, but
I was inspired before the countdown. I was like, oh, I remember what it is now.
Yeah, I've tried to flex before and it's backfired, so I will take
that is always the risk.
Face value at all times from now on, and Alex knows exactly what I'm talking about.
That is definitely fair. All right, your 10th and final category in round number 1, guys, as always, is going to come in plot summary. I'll give you the plot summary of a TMGeek LL film, and you will give me the film. A superhero lives quietly amongst mortals in an era of excess, driven by the pursuit of having it all. Though she has come into her full powers, she maintains a low profile by curating ancient artifacts and only performing heroic acts incognito. But soon she will have to muster all of her strength, wisdom, and courage as she finds herself squaring off against a charismatic businessman and a villainess who possesses superhuman strength and agility.
It's waiting for that end part.
Yeah.
I love watching the competitors during these plot summary questions and seeing at what exact moment they start writing. Because it's never when you finish the summary.
Curating.
Robert, I think it was curating for you as well, right?
Curating for me.
Yeah.
I was like, yep,
I started seeing motion at curating. 2, 1, pins down. We'll start with Robert.
Wonder Woman 1984.
And Joe.
I always assume for the title match it's going to be the Phantom or something, one of the more obscure ones. But hey, Wonder Woman 1984.
Just randomly pulled that one. But yeah, Wonder Woman 1984 is correct. Great job. All right, so that brings the score for the round number 1. Joe only missing the one question, 9 points. and Robert right behind him with 8. So great first round by both competitors as we move into our wheel round. So that is our normal wheel round. I'll explain it to you like this. You'll get 5 questions on a wheel spin. You can get 1 free respin if you'd like. Each question will be worth 2 points. Multiple choice, if you'd like, will reduce the value of that to 1 point. Your opponents, please don't fall asleep over there, because you can steal whichever point value the competitor gives an incorrect answer on, if that does happen. Please remember to keep your hands on screen throughout this. This is not a whiteboard round. And your repeats and challenges carry over. Nobody's used a repeat, obviously, so far, nor a challenge. So all 3 repeats are intact. All right, so we will pull up the wheel and go over that, because I can't do 2 things at once. I'm sorry. Here we go. I have a right wheel, and I do. All right, so since Joe does have a 1-point advantage here.
Spinners and opponents need to come off.
Yep.
Oh, that is correct. Yes, I am sorry. Thank you for telling me that. And
I'm not winning / losing a title based on that.
Good call.
I wouldn't mind.
Hmm.
The winning part, the losing
Right.
part.
No, I feel like, especially the titles, they should be about, can you do it in the categories, not what someone gives you.
And I was saying that I always confuse Willow and Legend. That's
I thought it was Willow when you said 88. When you said you confused, I thought if it's 88, you put Willow.
85 was in my head, and I could have used one of those repeats that I still have, but I decided against it.
That is true. But
Always
you may need it.
the hardest decision when
it's a long match for sure.
Yeah,
especially in a 5-rounder. So, all right. So Joe, you do have the lead. We'll go ahead and bring in Alex, and you guys can talk about if you'd like to go first. I'll go ahead and read off the categories for tonight, and after I've gone ahead and taken off spinners and opponents. Now, sorry about that. And you can see I went ahead and reprimed there. So your categories for tonight, without announcing any strengths, are Animated Geek, MCU, Wizarding World, Star Wars, DC films, The Chris's, Marvel, and quotes.
All right, Joe. Well done. 9 points in round 1. That is more than most people could put up, evidently. Usual. You usually like to spin first. I know there was something on the wheel.
I do, and I know that should Robert have a perfect round, I can afford 1 multiple choice if needed, but obviously if I need to use all of them, I will. But there's no spinners, no opponents. There's only one thing There's only one thing I'm slightly doubting on that wheel, so if I get it first time, I can spin away from it. Anything else, I think I'm happy to keep. I know the 2 I definitely want. But let's see what happens. I will spin first, as usual.
All right. So Joe's going to spin first. And your first spin, champ, is in. And it lands on Animated Geek. I'll let you guys discuss that for a moment.
I would say there is one movie in this category that might come up that I'm not comfortable with.
Yeah,
but
who's seen Batman Mask of the Phantasm anyway?
I'll spin again.
Yeah.
All right, he's going to spin again and use his mullet.
If it comes back, it comes back.
Whatever
I've watched 2 of them very recently.
Whatever it lands on here is what Joe will be getting for round number 2. And it lands on the Chris's. The Chris's. All right.
You know the numbers, Joe. You know the numbers.
Yep.
All right. So the Chris's is what Joe.
Thanks, Alex.
All right. Alex will be dropped to the back. And again, just once more, Robert, be ready for any steals. Joe, don't forget about multiple choice. Not that I think you would.
I won't hold my breath, but thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Here we go. Your first question, Joe, in the realm of the Chris's, and this includes Hemsworth, Pine, Pratt, and what's the other one?
Evans and Hemsworth.
Evans. Yes.
And Hemsworth.
I did that because of Anthony, but anyway. All right. So your first question. At the end of Snowpiercer, what do Yona and Timmy see of note outside the wreckage of the train indicating life?
A polar bear.
Is correct for 2 points. Number 2, Chris. In Wonder Woman 1984, what is the name of the item that Maxwell Lord tricks Barbara and steals and contains a Latin inscription claiming to grant the holder one desire?
The Dreamstone.
That is correct for 2 more points. All right. Your third question. In Guardians of the Galaxy, what is the name of Ronan the Accuser's flagship?
The Dark Aster.
That is correct for 2 more points. Joe doing a great job running through this.
Yeah, exactly what we expect out of our champion. I mean, this is shaping up to be a great match, and we're only in round 2.
For sure, I know it. All right, your penultimate question in the Chris's. What is Ramona Flowers' day job in Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Right wording. She delivers packages for Amazon.
Okay, that's what I needed, Amazon. All right, 2 points for Joe there. And your last question. In Star Trek Into Darkness, to what planet is the Enterprise headed when all of their warp drive capabilities become disabled?
Multiple choice.
All right, Joe's going to go to multiple choice here. Is it A, Kronos, B, Earth, C, Vulcan, or D, Remus?
Earth.
Earth is incorrect. I'm going to go to Robert for the 1 point steal. I'll repeat the question and the multiple choice. In Star Trek Into Darkness, to what planet is the Enterprise headed when all their warp drive capabilities become disabled? Is it A, Kronos, B, Earth, C, Vulcan, or D, Remus?
A little tricky of a question. I understand. Kronos.
It is Kronos for 1 point steal.
Yes.
Can I bring my manager?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll bring in Alex for 1 moment.
What are you thinking?
I do believe they fake it. Do they not? I believe they fake it.
Into
it doesn't
Darkness.
actually become disabled. They fake it so that they can send the smaller ship.
See, okay. So you're ready to fact check it on the basis of an incorrect question? We have a challenge. We can do it.
And then they're heading back to Earth when the Vengeance attacks.
You are one of the, you are the foremost Star Trek expert. If you want to challenge it, if you think you're right, we can hit that button.
I don't think I'll need it. I think I'll need it again. I'm just fairly sure that they pretend and they send the smaller ship because they can't bring the Enterprise into Klingon space, so they fake it. So it's not actually disabled.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to challenge.
Yeah, we're going to throw the flag out. We're going to challenge.
Okay, challenge is in. Robert, do you have any official retort?
So I think I'm fairly certain that they do mess with the engines, which is what Chekhov does tell him, and they do take the smaller ship for the purpose of not arousing suspicion, but their warp drive is fine as they go to Earth. It's that the Vengeance knocks the warp drive out because it is much more heavily armored. So armed is what I meant. So that's
okay.
So I would then suggest if it has been disabled, because I'm now starting to remember it may have been disabled by.
Can I hear the question? Can I hear the question? Does the question say malfunction?
But also, it is not also knocked out by the vengeance, so technically both could be acceptable.
Yeah, we will go to a challenge, and then we will discuss everything in the back. Okay. I wanted to hear Robert's retort first, and then we'll talk about it in the back. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll drop, and then we'll go to a She probably had to log off to get on the thing, so give Meg to log on. And we're just waiting on Meg to log back in, and then we'll and I'll explain. I guess I can explain. All right, so we're done with the challenge. We went over everything. There is an instance at the end of Into Darkness in which, on their way back to Earth, the Enterprise does get knocked out of warp drive, and so Joe's answer was technically of Earth was technically correct, but since he went to multiple choice, that question is just going to be thrown out, and we are going to give Joe a new 2-point question. So what we're going to do, we'll drop the managers to the back, and
let me get my hands back on screen.
we'll redo the 2-point question, the 5th and final question in the realm of the Chris's. All right. So your question. In Star Trek Into Darkness, after Kirk...
Oh, never mind.
It's okay. Yeah. In Star Trek Into Darkness, after Kirk speaks at Enterprise's rededication ceremony, the Enterprise crew embarks on how many years' worth of an exploratory mission?
5.
That is correct for 2 points.
Can I bring my manager in?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I'm probably not going to challenge this, but I guess because technically, because I was thinking they go on the exploratory mission and beyond, and they, but they might, because I'm questioning myself now, they might go off on the mission at the end of Into Darkness. So I just talked myself out of it. So never mind. It's fine.
Okay, good talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Kirk's narration says beginning of a 5-year mission.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So Joe does clean sweep the round of the Chris's for 10 big points there, bringing him to 19 to 8. But Robert still has a spin coming. So we'll bring Anthony back in and bring the wheel up for
Hello again.
Hey, buddy. A long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Hello there. All right. So you could, if you'd like to talk to Robert now about his round 1, about anything that's happened, go ahead.
Yeah. Robert, you had a great round 1. You missed one that he got because you mixed up a couple fantasy adventure movies. It happens. They're all fantasy adventure in the 80s. They all seem the same. No big deal. He went perfect. That's what we expect. But you know all these categories as well. You know them just as well. Let's see what the spin does. There's no opponent's choice on here, so it kind of makes it a little easier. We can a little more decision here. So see what we get, and let's just get through.
Yep. Let's go.
All right. Your first spin, Mr. Castner, is in. Everything available except the Chris's.
Oh, that was confusing.
And it lands on Marv.
It's not bad. But I think I should try to go for something better.
I mean, Marvel gets pretty deep with those outside of MCU ones. There's probably one on here maybe you want less, but honestly, I feel like this is probably second of the bottom. So I think you go for another spin and we'll go from there.
I'll play the odds. Well, no, I'm going to play against the odds because I'm a risk taker. So let's go. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
He's going to take his risk. All right, here we go. Spinning away. And whatever we land on, unless it's the Chris's, we will be staying with it. Sorry, my computer likes to freeze up whenever.
This makes it look more
Right
authentic,
on
like
the
a real
line, but it stays on Animated Geek.
Okay.
All
All right, perfect. Take your time. You got your repeats. You go multiple if you need to. There's plenty of rounds left, so don't worry about you needing to go perfect on this.
Yep.
See if my spin away was smart.
No, we will send it over to Meg. We can drop Anthony, and we will send it over to Meg if you don't mind.
Right.
So there's 5 questions for Robert.
Yep. So in the realm of Animated Geek, your first question for 2 points. What is Raphael's name of notoriety in 2007's TMNT?
She's thinking about this the other day, and I'm having the same problem I had then, because I always have 3 different things that I want to call him, and I never remember. So I'm going to go multiple choice just in case.
All right. Your options are A, Night Watcher, B, Dark Prince, C, Shadow Guard, and D, Night Guardsman.
It's A, Night Watcher.
For 1 point, that is correct. Question 2. What is the name of the MacGuffin that is central to the plot in the Lego Movie? Five.
4.
Repeat.
First repeat. All right. What is the name of the MacGuffin that is central to the plot in the Lego Movie?
So I'm going to give an answer here, and if it's right, that's cool. And if it's wrong, I'm going to challenge. I'm just
I know where the challenge is coming from, and I would definitely challenge it too.
Yeah, I know right off the bat. The piece of resistance.
That is incorrect. So we'll go to Joe for the steal.
The answer is the Craggle. Robert, you challenge. I support your challenge, and I know why you're doing it.
Yeah. All right. So this will be a quick one. We can go ahead and just put the challenge up, and then we won't even need to do a call.
No.
We'll go ahead and just go ahead and drop everybody.
Hey, that's bad.
All right. So yeah, like I said, that was an easy one. I totally forgot about the piece of resistance. The Craggle is all I had on my mind when I wrote this question, or this question was written. So we will go to the backup just because, for all intents and purposes, for Robert's 2-pointer here, we'll just make that his second question here. So Meg, take it away.
All right. So your second question is, who voices Winston Deaver in The Incredibles 2? Apologies if I mispronounced that.
Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah.
That is correct for 2 points. All right. And so question 3. At the beginning of the Clone Wars movie, what planet does Mace Windu say that Obi-Wan and Anakin had just captured?
Multiple choice.
I can give you that. Option A, Christophus. B, Moonalist. C, Ryloth. Or D, Mandalore.
B.
B is incorrect. So, Joe, I will give you the question and the answers again for the steal. At the beginning of the Clone Wars movie, what planet does Mace Windu say that Obi-Wan and Anakin had just captured? A, Christophus. B, Moonalist. C, Ryloth. Or D, Mandalore.
A.
A is correct for 1 point. And Kevin, I won't forgive you for making me do a Star Wars question with planet names.
You did very well. You did very well.
Oh, wait till you see.
I hate to do this. Can I bring my manager in again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
We'll bring up Anthony.
I don't really remember Mace Windu saying. I mean, they're at Christophsis in the beginning to try to capture it. So I don't really remember Mace Windu saying that.
I do not have anything on this one. I could have helped more with the Lego Movie one, but this one I don't know for sure. If you want to challenge it, if you feel pretty confident about it, I'm good with that, and we can sure find it somewhere in the script or whatever. But
what do you think? I think I should just save it.
I mean, there's a lot of match left, but it's also a 1-point steal, so you could get another question out of it, or you could just be right.
I mean, I know Christophsis is the beginning. I thought they were on there and trying to capture it. Not that they say that they do capture it.
They've retained it.
Okay. If you think that they didn't in the end and they were trying to, fine with that. If you want.
All right. You know what? I'm just gonna challenge because why not? It's if I lose it, whatever. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah. We'll go ahead and put the challenge up, but I already have the ruling right here. You can go ahead and bring Alex in if you want.
My only comment would be, I'm not disagreeing with the challenge. Ahead. All I'm saying is, if Mace Windu says that Obi-Wan Anakin just captured Christophsis, then that's the ruling.
The line I have right here is from Mace Windu to Supreme Chancellor Sheev Palpatine is the only Jedi we can spare are Skywalker and Kenobi. They just captured the planet Christophsis. So that's
Can I? All right. I was gonna do a logistical thing about what's the beginning of the movie, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Fine. Whatever.
I mean, if you want to go deeper into it, we can go backstage and do that. Would you like to? I mean,
what do you think, Anthony? Am I being too nitpicky here?
I mean, if this is like dead center of the movie, if this is like in the middle of the movie, somewhere random, then it's not the beginning.
This is at the beginning.
This would be at like the opening 15-20 minutes of the film is Jabba's son is kidnapped and
I was confused because in my mind the beginning they're trying to capture it. So that's what he says. That's fine. We'll lose the challenge. Whatever. It's fine.
Okay.
But
no worries.
I got confused by the wording of it, but that's my fault apparently. So that's fine.
All right. So unfortunately, Robert will lose his challenge there. And Joe will retain the old point. All right, so we'll drop the managers to the back and we will continue on.
All right, so Robert, we are now on your fourth question in the realm of animated geek. To where does Andrea Beaumont explain to Bruce that she and her father fled many years earlier in Mask of the Phantasm? Looking for the general location.
Europe.
Yeah, we'll accept it.
Okay.
That's what I thought. When you said general, that's what I thought.
Yeah, same answer I'd have given when I heard the word general, so
right.
No complaints from
I'm
me.
deferring to the man who wrote the questions.
Okay.
Yep.
So Europe is correct, and you've got your 2 points.
Okay.
Specifically the Mediterranean coast, but that is we'll accept Europe.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
All right. And so your last question in round 2. In the movie Big Hero 6, Fred Fredricksen exclaims that by day he is the school mascot, but by night he is what?
A sign spinner?
Or
That is incorrect. So we will go to Joe. I'll repeat the question for your steal. In the movie Big Hero 6, Fred Fredricksen exclaims that by day he is the school mascot, but by night he is what?
Could be way off, or I could just not be exact, and since it's what he says, it needs to be exact. So, fire-breathing lizard.
That is also incorrect. We are looking for also the school's mascot.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
All right.
that was a very, very big round 2 for both competitors. I mean, in any other match, Robert would have had the highest scoring round 2. But of course, this is the championship match. But we have 3 more rounds to go. So this is far from over.
Long way to go.
For sure. All right, a tough animated geek category there as well. So we will move on to the deep cut round. So I'll explain to you how that works for the folks at home. Deep cut round, round 3, 10 points possible, 5 questions on 1 wheel spin. There are no respins. Both competitors will answer the spun category at the same time via your whiteboards. Questions are worth 2 points each. No multiple choice, no steals in this round. Competitors have a 1 out of 3 chance for the wheel to spin in their favor. Each competitor submitted 1 film, and TMGeek added 1 film, TMGeek being myself and my fiance. So remember to keep your hands on screen throughout the entirety of this round as well. Your repeats do carry over. So Robert has 2 repeats. He did unfortunately lose his challenge in that last round. And Joe has all 3 repeats, and his challenge is still intact. All right. So let me pull up that wheel, and we will. Make sure I get the right wheel here. All right. So on the wheel for the deep cuts, we have. I just put them on here 3 times just to get some variety in the size of the slices. But your 3 movies on the wheel tonight are The Mask, Venom, and Sin City. And of course, that's The Mask with Jim Carrey, not David Lynch's Mask. All right. So we will go ahead and give that wheel a spin since we'll go ahead and give it a spin, and then I'll bring in each manager to talk to their competitors one by one before this round. Okay. All right. So here's your spin. 1 spin only. Whatever it lands on is what we will stick with for this round. And it lands on The Mask. The Mask. All right. So what we'll do is drop this wheel. And we'll go ahead and bring in Alex. There we go. All right. So we'll let Alex talk to Joe first.
For a second, I thought I was going to have to manage Robert, and I thought this is going to be weird. Well done, Joe. You've built a bit of a lead. Of course, we're not going to try and take that for granted. Robert is still, of course, very dangerous. You can deep cut movies just as well as anyone that I know. We've played at Onsol. Unfortunately for us, so is he. So,
yeah, no, it's worst case scenario. I'm 3 points down when this round ends.
Yeah,
and plenty of ground to make up. It's my choice. It's my movie, so shouldn't let myself down here. But there was quite a few things I noticed that can come up, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, feel free to burn and repeat if you need to.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alex. And Anthony. Go ahead.
Yeah, Robert, don't worry about that round. Again, there's 3 rounds left. You have plenty of time. Don't get frustrated with the challenge and any of that. Don't worry about it. It's done. It's over. We're moving on to the next round. You know how to do deep cuts. You're one of the best at the deep cuts. You've done this in a lot of leagues. You know what's going on. It might be his movie, but it doesn't matter because you had 3 to study, and I know you studied the crap out of every single one of them. So concentrate. You still have 2 repeats left. Don't be afraid. If you need to burn one, burn one. Try not to if you can, but use all the time you got. And just, you're good.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, so we'll drop the managers at the back. Thank you guys very much. And we will move forward with the questions from The Mask. All right, you guys are ready to go. And 5 questions coming your way, 2 points each. All right, your first question. When Stanley goes to pick up his car, what model does he initially say he's there to pick up? I had a fun time rewatching this movie. I don't get to this one enough. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. And we'll start with Hot Fuzz on this one.
Civic.
And Robert.
Yeah, I'm here for the Civic.
The Civic.
Got
Indeed.
this. All right.
My very first car. And Meg, you can take question number 2.
Sounds good. All right. After being honked at in the road, what does the small horn say on it that the mask loudly sounds and causes all of a car's windows to shatter? I don't think I've seen this movie actually in a really long time. Like, I think I caught it on TV all the time, but I never go look for it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down.
All right. And Robert?
Squeeze Me Gently.
Joe?
Only if you insist, Robert. Squeeze Me Gently.
Both the players got it. It is Squeeze Me Gently.
Well played, Joe. Well played. All right. Your third question in The Mask. Where does Tina ask Stanley to have the mask meet her on that night when they talk?
You can tell the competitors have been studying this one. They are both very confident in their answers.
Very quick to the board. Yeah, absolutely. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down, and we'll start with Joe.
Landfill Park.
And Robert.
Methane emissions really bring out the colors. Landfill Park.
Indeed. All right. Landfill Park is correct. All right. Meg, if you will take the next one.
Yes. Great. So, question 4. Finish the mask's punny quote. Je t'adore, je t'adore, je te, and then 4 more words.
This is my favorite scene in the whole damn film.
4, 3. It might be mine too. 1. Pins down.
All right, starting with Robert.
Shut the window. I don't care.
And Joe.
Shoot a window. I don't care.
All right.
That is correct.
Great job. All right. And your 5th and final question. What is the name of Dr. Newman's book that Stanley sees him talking about on TV? Joe's still hanging on to a 7-point lead here.
I had listed every item they removed from his pockets in order for this.
I thought about going there, and I was like, I don't even know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down, and we'll go to Joe.
The masks we wear.
And Robert.
That's correct, Wendy. We all wear masks, metaphorically speaking. The mask we wear.
Indeed. Ben Stein, great cameo there.
Oh,
all right. So both players going for a perfect 10 for 10 in that round.
Expect nothing less out of these 2 players. I mean,
no. I kind of had a feeling that was about to happen, but I think
these cuts has got to be the hardest category to write for these guys.
It really is. I mean,
how do you get deep enough?
Yeah, exactly. How do you go deep enough? Indeed. All right. So let me do something real fast here. As take off this.
Try it over in fandom teams title matches where there's 10 to study.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See,
I mean, it's fine. It's fine because you usually split it between you and your teammate, but still.
There you go. All right. So we move on to category number 4, which is our Revenge of the Wheel round. Let me explain how that one works.
That's the primer.
So Yep, that was the primer. So you can earn 10 points in this this round as well. Excuse me. You may have to run that back. Revenge of the Wheel is 5 questions. I'll spin the wheel one time, no respins. Both competitors will answer the spun category at the same time via whiteboards. Questions are worth 2 points each. No multiple choice or steals in this round. Spinners and opponent's choice and used categories from round 2 will be removed prior to the spin. You just heard me prime the wheel. Repeats and challenges do carry over. Joe has all 3 repeats in his challenge. Robert has 2 repeats. All right. So Joe with a 28-21 lead, and let me go ahead and pull up.
It's technically 30-23, but that's fine.
10, 21. Did you do 2 points on every one of these ones?
It really doesn't matter. I'm just saying.
We will make sure to get that corrected. Absolutely. Okay. All right. So what's left on the wheel after round number 2, since there was no spinners or opponents to take off, and we took off the Chris's and Animated Geek. So what's left is MCU, Wizarding World, Star Wars, DC, Marvel, and quotes. Yeah. So I'll be spinning it one more time, and I don't know why Animated Geek still showed up. Oh, it's because I didn't hit apply wheel changes. That's why.
There we go.
I have a tendency to do that.
They are correct. My age, I can get them correct.
Oh,
yeah, prime it again.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so as it finishes up priming. Very slowly. I'm sorry about that. Jeez. My internet is...
Talk about revenge of the wheel. Geez.
Yeah, I mean, revenge of my internet. It's more like it. All right. Here we go. All right. So that was just the prime. Sorry about that. And all right. So here comes your revenge of the wheel spin. This will be the actual spin. And hopefully it won't take a year.
All right, guys. If anyone needs a bathroom break while we're waiting on the wheel to finish spinning.
I know, right? I'm almost due for a beer, so you know. and it didn't even matter. All right, so DC is what we'll do. Meg and I will split these questions as we did on the last. So Meg, if you would like to take
odds again.
Yeah, if you'll take the odds, I'll take the evens.
Yep. All right. So the first question here in the Revenge of the Spin round. In The Kitchen, who plays an intense and mentally unstable Vietnam veteran named Gabriel O'Malley?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down.
All right, we'll go first to Joe.
Donald Gleason.
And Robert?
Donald Gleason.
Both of them got it.
Indeed. All right. Off to a good start here in the Revenge of the Wheel round. Question number 2 in the realm of DC. In Constantine, John briefly transports himself to hell through the possession of a familiar and sees Isabel damned to eternally relive her suicide. What does he bring back to prove this to her?
You know, I should have taken the evens and I would have wound up with the Constantine question again. I feel like every time I host with you, I wind up giving a Constantine question.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. And we will start with Robert.
Her medical bracelet.
And Joe.
I can remember the exact name, the hospital band.
I'll accept both.
All right. And on to question 3. In Catwoman, what is Patient's friend and coworker's first name, played by Alex Borstein? I would love to see a deep cuts Catwoman category. I think that'd be fun.
I think people would leave my league if I put Catwoman on 5, 4.
Repeat.
Okay, Robert, gonna
All
use repeat here.
In Catwoman, what is Patience's friend and coworker's first name, played by Alex Borstein? I'm not saying that I'd be good at a deep cuts of Catwoman. Just, there'd be all batshit questions.
Indeed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down.
All right, going first to Joe.
Watched this for the first time last week. Sally.
And Robert?
Repeat helped. Sally.
Both of them got it. Very good use of
Do not put it on a deep cuts. A week ago is not long enough to start to watch it again.
Great use of a repeat there by Castner, and that definitely keeps him in the game here.
That's exactly what it's for.
So a penultimate question here in DC. In The Dark Knight, what color code does the SWAT team use that rappels down the building into the windows of the posed hostage clowns? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. We'll go to Castner.
Green.
And Joe.
Blue.
It is red. Red team.
I had red or blue in my head, and I'm always gonna go blue if I'm guessing.
Good consistency is great, just didn't work out this time, but doesn't wind up making a difference because both are still still at the same they were before.
Right.
So, question 5. Who plays Otis, Lex Luthor's bumbling henchman, in Superman the movie, and also makes a short appearance in Superman 2?
Indeed, it is short.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down.
All right, turning first to Joe.
Rest in peace, Ned Beatty.
And Robert.
Indeed, Ned Beatty.
Mr. Luthor.
Got it.
Mr. Luthor.
Great job.
So, they both did spectacularly this round. Missed one question that came down to a color.
Yeah, exactly. And that was a tough one right there for sure. So, all right, we are down to our last round, round number 5, and I'll explain to you how it works, but I think everybody knows how this one works. This is our usual round number 3, 10 points possible, 3 questions, and category by number. Questions are worth 2, 3, and 5 points respectively, depending on how you give me the numbers. No multiple choice or steals in this round. Competitors will pick 3 numbers between 1 and 12 that correspond to random geek questions. Please do keep your hands up again. Repeats and challenges still in effect, and we will get the managers in to talk to their competitors first before we get numbers. All right, so we'll let Alex talk to Joe first since he has a lead.
All right. Holding on to the lead by just a bit. He's gonna have to hit all 3 probably to send it back.
No, just he has to hit the 5 and 1 other to send it back.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're going specifically to the 5.
Yeah.
So I trust Robert to hit all of those questions. I'd be very surprised if he didn't. So I'm guessing we're probably not done yet. So
nope, I'm still gonna use old reliable. Probably shouldn't pick the same numbers every time, but they're important to me. So
yeah, live your life.
All right, we'll take Joe's numbers now.
That would be, mix up the order, 12, 6, and 4.
12, 6, 4. All right. And Anthony, your time with Robert starts now.
Robert, you did what you did. You got everything right in round 3 as we expected you to do. Of course, Joe did the same. You guys are even throughout. It was just one rough round is the only reason you're down. But you have another round to go. You hit these questions, force him to answer some, and you never know what questions could possibly come up. You might miss them, and then you can get it. But just come through here. You got 2 repeats left. Take your time. Hit the questions, and then we'll go from there. But
Yeah, I wish I played better. I'll just say that.
you've played great. You missed like 3 total questions.
No, but it's fine. I'll give my question and then we'll go. It's fine. Whatever.
All
I will do 7, 3, and 11.
7, 3, and 11. All
And I
right.
just want to clarify one thing for Robert. You actually do only have 1 repeat left, just in case you were.
Yeah, that's one.
Wanna make-
Right about that.
All right. So we'll drop the managers to the back. Farewell to you guys until the end of this back and forth battle. All right. Well, I will be reading Robert's questions to him.
Wait. No, sorry. I need to say something.
Sure.
He used one of those repeats on the Craggle question. That question was thrown out. He should have another repeat.
No, I didn't.
I'm fairly sure they repeated it.
No, I didn't. I didn't use a repeat on that one. I used a repeat on the Catwoman one. I used one in round 1, I think.
No, as I remember hearing the word MacGuffin twice.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah,
That is correct. Yeah.
pretty sure that's right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I
So-
think that's right. So
Well, that's
yeah.
nice. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate that.
No, I've been in that
Thank you,
situation
Joe,
before.
for
If your
keeping
question's
us-
thrown out, your repeat should get awarded back.
So we will
Yeah.
we will award Robert 1 repeat back. So you do have 2 repeats, Robert. I'm sorry about
Shouldn't
that.
correct the
I should-
managers. They do a better job keeping track of this than we
I know,
do.
yeah. Great job by Anthony there, keeping track. Thank you very much. All right. So, like I said before, I will be giving Robert his round 5 questions, and Meg will be giving Joe his should we get to that point. All right. So we'll start with Robert. He selected number 7 to begin with. So your 2-pointer comes in the realm of movie quotes. Movie quotes.
It's for 2.
2-pointer. What mutant in the X-Men franchise said, "Mankind has always feared what it does not understand"?
Professor Xavier.
That is incorrect. Looking for Magneto. Magneto.
Okay.
All right. So you will need to hit this one to avoid the TKO. And you selected category number 3. Category number 3 corresponds with Middle Earth. Middle Earth. Your question, sir. How many characters in the Middle Earth films, not including extended editions, do we see put the ring on their finger? Not just touch, hold it, or wear it around their neck. I'll give you a few extra seconds for this one. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
All right, his second repeat of the match. 1 repeat left. For 3 points in the category of Middle Earth. How many characters in the Middle Earth films, not including extended editions, do we see put the ring on their finger? Not just touch, hold it, or wear it around their neck.
Five.
And your winner by technical knockout Joe Hot Fuzz Farrelly. We were looking for 4: Sauron, Smeagol, Bilbo, and Frodo.
Challenge. No, I can't.
Not put it on. Isildur does not put it on except in the extended edition. All right, so we will talk to Joe first, and we will bring in Alex. All right, so great match by Joe. Excellent match. You did 9 points in round 1, only missing 1 question. 11 points total in round 2. And you only missed the 1 question in the Revenge of the Wheel round. How are you feeling, man?
I feel good. I was right, I think, to spin away from Animated Geek. I think I would have got them, but I probably would have multipled the Big Hero 6 question. That's probably the only one that's good testing question. As soon as you hear the answer, you go, yeah, of course. Robert put up a hell of a fight. That round 1, the confusion on the year, and then apart from that, we both missed the same question. Same thing happened in the Revenge of the Wheel round. We both just missed the same question. Again, it's a matter of margins. Just happened to have the better. It just happened to be the round he didn't have the best round in, happened to be the one where stealing is available. And that, I think, is what's made the difference here. A little bit of relief from myself because, Kevin, as you know, I am not available on September the 4th to play in the Geek for All. So I kind of felt like I had to win because if I don't, I'm not going to be the next challenger. So I knew I had to win. That's why I started writing the document before this match was recorded, because I knew I wasn't playing anyway. So with that being said, to quote Iron Man, I still haven't found anyone who can go toe-to-toe with me on my best day. This document, this TMGeek document, Geek for All, was written by me. Every single question. So to the 36?
The 30, we're down to 30 now. I had one more person back out, but 30.
So to the 30 of you, this is your test. Now, I know there's a certain someone who I've talked up a lot, who is very, very late on in that tournament. But if you're in the first few rounds, you get through my document, you're scaring me. You really are. I feel good to have this title, and I look forward to whoever comes through the end of that match to see who's going to face me. And I will be watching that with great interest.
Well, it seems like a challenge has been extended to see how people are going to do in the Geek for All.
All right. Alex, anything quick here to say so we can get some words from Robert and Anthony?
Absolutely not. I feel bad because I think people think that I don't like the other competitors. I certifiably do. A lot of them are better than me. I'm jealous. I think Robert's going to be a force to come. I know that last time we beat him, he came back and he beat us. We've just done it again, and so I know we'll be seeing him down the line. Best of luck to him, and I'll be seeing him here again.
All right, absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Yeah. I'm going to drop you to the back, and we'll bring forth Anthony and Robert. Hell of a match. You busted your ass to get here. Just that animated geek category kind of brought you down. You missed when Joe missed. Couldn't capitalize. What's going through your head, man?
I played bad. I played very badly for me. And I mean, I was between Magneto and Professor X, picked the wrong one. I was thinking of the book when Sam puts the ring on. That's why I had 5. So I played badly. What are you going to do? Joe didn't play badly, and he beat me. So I can't say anything else than that. I'm smarting a little. So, I'm frustrated. I'm angry. I can't say any more than that. So, yeah, cool.
It's fair.
Robert, I know he gets himself a lot. I know you do. I know, but you have to look. Joe missed one question pretty much the entire time. Did not miss anything else. There was one tough round. But if you play anybody else other than Joe who missed one question, you're winning that match. Even with you saying you play poorly, you're still right there. If you play poorly against somebody that's as good as Joe, you are done in round 3. You were not. You made it all the way to round 5 with him going pretty much near perfect. You have the ability, you have the skill, you've shown it before, and you will 100% be back in this spot again. And next time, you're just going to be even more prepared. There's no doubt in my mind that you are a force to be reckoned with in all these leagues. And like Joe said, he just wrote like 100 freaking questions. So clearly a couple of these things might be on his mind. That's it. I have nothing else to say. I'm always happy here to manage you. I'm always happy to call you a friend. I'm always happy to be here for you, to have your back. And I know you're going to be back here again. And
Thanks,
I'll
buddy.
be here when you're back here again.
Thanks, buddy.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we love having you here at TMGeek, Robert. And Anthony as well. So thank you.
It's crazy that on your bad day, you still get 31 points.
Yeah,
which
seriously.
is nothing to frown at. I mean, it's, you're going to be playing many more matches for us to see, and it's going to be, I'm hoping I get to call some more of them because it's always a pleasure getting to watch you play.
Yep. And now you'll be in the TM Geek for All, and you'll be in the tournament. So that'll be something to absolutely look forward to. So keep an eye out for this guy in the tournament and Geek for All. All right. So we will drop you guys to the back and close this thing out. Meg, closing thoughts on this match.
I mean, as much as Robert says that he played badly, he still played phenomenally. It's just that Joe was almost perfect today. And really, what more can you ask than that for someone to retain their championship title? I mean, he really earned it today, and there's nothing else to really be said about that.
Exactly. I mean, that's what it's what you kind of expect out of the champion. Especially somebody who has experienced as many of these championship matches as him. He's kind of learned how these questions are written. So I think that plays into his favor. But the more championship matches that Robert is in, I know we'll see him back. So I think Joe will definitely see Robert again. But yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to see Robert in the Geek for All and in the tournament. But I do want to say one thing, a big thank you to my fiance Lillian for production, and big thank you to Chad Webb and Abel DeLu for helping me write the questions tonight. And a big thank you to JB3 for helping us in the back for watching hands and just for challenges and stuff like that. So anyway, just wanted to update everybody on a couple of things. We do have the Geek for All, as we've been talking about. If you missed the number draw, check it out on TMG Trivia's YouTube channel and Facebook page. I'll update anything since Robert's going to be in it. We only have one person, I think, that has actually dropped now. But I will update the actual numbers and post that on the Facebook page. So that will be Saturday, September 4th at 2 p.m. And then we do have the tournament coming in September. That'll be right after the Geek for All. We'll take a week vacation. Literally, I'm taking a vacation, and then we'll start the tournament. So I'll go ahead and have that tournament bracket set up. We'll probably do like a little tournament bracket breakdown show. So I'll just keep an eye on the page for that as well. Picture in picture, taking a vacation all through September. We're just real busy in September planning the wedding and stuff. So we'll see you guys again in October on Picture in Picture. All right. So thank you very much to my co-host, Meg Ryan. We look forward to seeing you on the desk again very soon. I have been your host for the night, Kevin, the Philosopher Paz. This has been another TM Geek Championship match. Your winner for the evening, Joe Hot Fuzz Farrelly. A hell of an effort by both players. And we look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Until then, keep geeking out.